are finally home. That was a round trip Amsterdam. Okay, that was a round trip Amsterdam. I know, I'm not taking y'all nowhere. We haven't been outside that many. Good opportunity for me to go outside. Little product haul. I know this channel is not really about that, but sometimes we can talk about different things, right? So I went to TK Maxx, bought me 2 huge bottles of shower gel and 2 blocks of cleansing soap. It was just soap. And also some art supply stuff with the receipt for my administration. All right, talk about it. Y'all can't really see me from here. Wait a minute, I'm gonna make it a little bit better for y'all. See? So yeah, I had to go to the art supply store to get myself some cleaning. Yeah, it's not really like a soap, but it's on the basis of sunflower oil. So kind of oily, very thick, and it's really good to clean up the brushes. I paint with oil. I'm an oil paint girl. I haven't been using acrylic for the longest. If I use acrylic, it's more for the background or other things that I want to paint, but mostly, if not most of the time, I'm using oil. When you don't clean them often enough or well enough, you really have to take the time to clean up those brushes. Another great cheap way, economical way, let's not say cheap, economic. Okay. Great economic way for you to clean up your brush, oil, sunflower oil. I would not use olive oil. Olive oil is quite thick and it has a really strong scent. So you're gonna be cleaning your brushes for ages if you use olive. So I would suggest to use sunflower oil. If you are not near an art supply store and you would really need some type of cleaning agent to help dissolve the oil particles and oil residue from your brushes, I would say use sunflower oil. So it's a great alternative. Just leave it for, leave it overnight. I would even say 24 hours. Minimum of 8 to 12, maximum 24 or maybe longer, depending on how dirty your brushes are. And after that, you can clean them with, detergent soap, or even better actually, natural soap. They do sell it here in the Netherlands. You can buy them. You can buy it easily at the store. I think the brand is called Driehoek, which means triangle. It is a Dutch brand, so it's not something that you can buy from abroad or anything. You could, but I think every country has their own natural soap. You can find any type of natural soap, really economic prices for yourself. So this is one of the necessity that any artist needs to have in their art studio or whatever place you're painting. So what I would do if my brushes are not that dirty and I'm up on schedule, cleaning the brushes, then I just have to use like a tad bit. But if I'm not on schedule and I've been lazy cleaning up the brushes, I definitely use a lot more of this liquid. So that would mean like a third. Now, recently, before I moved to the studio, I haven't cleaned all my brushes that well. It was like a quick brush with turpentine. And turpentine, it dissolves oil, but it doesn't clean. Great salt, it's not like a cleaning. And eventually you will notice it with your brushes. It will become stiff. They are not that pliable, not that soft anymore. They don't pick up paint as well as you would like to. So you have to be on the up and up. Keep your brushes really clean. Keep them clean, people. Keep your issue. This, let me show y'all. Yeah, but y'all gonna read it backwards. This is refined linseed oil. When you paint with oil paint, you can paint dry or you can paint really fat. Adding oil to your paint is making it really fat. I'm translating this now from the Dutch language. I don't know if it makes sense to you all, but it literally says when you add oil to paint, it becomes fatter. When you paint as is, it's drier. Oil from Gamblin. Great brand, by the way. Reasonable. I would not say that this is an economic price of buying art supplies. They definitely are in the upper echelon when it comes to their products and their oil paint. I have a lot of oil paint colors from Gamblin. Really great color. That pigment is just Rembrandt. Is also a great brand. It has great colors. And it's just a really great medium that can be used to make your oil paint fab. I think it makes sense. Again, I'm translating this from the Dutch language. I don't know how you say it in English, right? How you can describe it in the artistic lingo when it comes to painting. But it's really great when you, for instance, when you want to glaze over your painting and you don't want to really have that thick paste of oil paint as the color, then you can use this. This is also a great way to paint in, the underpainting. When you want to do that, this is also great of doing it. Some people also do it with, sometimes I do it with the solvent called turpentine. You can also start that as a layer so that your canvas is not all the way white, because white will shine through a lot. You will need more layers. When you use an underpainting, it helps you, of course, to have like a template of what it is that you want to paint, but it also helps, of course, to make colors pop from it, because you create this contrast underneath it, and it helps colors to pop even more from it than just a white, pure white. So yeah, that's linseed oil. That's a little bit of how you can use it. Went to TK Maxx. You already saw me going to TK Maxx, shopping over there. Bought these 2 blocks of soap. Even though they have great soap, I'm always critical afterwards, because these are, of course, listen, let me tell you something about TK Maxx. And I don't know if people know that about TK Maxx, but it is known to be a store that sells products that cannot be sold or are near their expiration date. I hope you know that, right? I hope you know that. These are not like discounted, just discounted products. These are discounted products because, like I already said, they are near their expiration date, or they cannot be sold, and people and the shops want to have new stock. So anything that they cannot sell anymore, or even can sell against, discount prices, they will sell it. TK Maxx is a company that will buy it and say, well, you know what, give it to us and we will start selling it, and people will have it for a far lower price than what it initially would go for. And you also see that the prices, because this initially went for €7 and now it's available for €3. So it smells absolutely amazing. My nose never lies. It doesn't tell, I can definitely trust my nose. I can trust definitely my nose. So these smell absolutely amazing. Tropical Blossom. It's just a bath soap that I can use. And I love buying bath soaps over there. But I always keep in mind to somehow check whether I'm dealing with something that is near its expiration date. You can always check on the label, of course, and make sure that you're not buying something that's expired, because you cannot tell me that TK Maxx is always checking each and every single item, whether it's expired or not. They will try their best, of course, because they don't want to have any problems with that either, right? You don't want to have your customers complaining about the fact that they are using products that are not good for your health. Expired products are not good for your health. I said it 3 times. Because I know there are some people using expired products, and you not having the budget for it is not a reason for you to buy expired products. Please don't do it. Don't do it. But anyway, yeah, that is what TK Maxx. That's why the products. That's why they're so cheap. Okay. And I bought 2 of these, which are each €7. It's a shower gel. This is sandalwood, lemongrass, and rosemary. Listen, I was in the store and literally go like this. Now, here's the fun part. I hate it when somebody else does it. But when I do it, it's okay. It smells absolutely divine. It smells so good. I was sitting in the tram. No, was it a tram? No, the metro. When I was sitting in the metro going to Central Station, I just smelled, the scent was coming out of the bag. I was like, I know my nose is not lying. I got a good nose for this. So this is sandalwood, lemongrass, rosemary. I smell more sandalwood, but most of the time after you took when you shower and you come out of the shower or you're in the shower, then you will smell the other notes that are in there as well. This one is basil, grapefruit, and peppermint, which surprisingly smells very nice. It's not artificial. Sometimes that peppermint can be very artificial. It smells like, ugh. But this one smells like a soft, minty grapefruit. Basil is very light. I know they put it as the first ingredient, but basil is very light. I smell more the playfulness of grapefruit and peppermint. It's like a really fresh, soft peppermint grape that I'm smelling. Absolutely great. I saw another one and I almost bought it, but it smelled absolutely atrocious. It was something with mandarin, and I love citrus smells. I absolutely love citrus smell, but it smelled awful. So I don't know if it was because it was expired or it was just a bad concoction of things coming together. These are my buys. I also bought 2 other things. I bought some earrings and I also bought a pendulum. Wait a minute, now I gotta get up and show you what I got. I gently cleaned them up because, well, this one, I know that not everybody touched that because it was tucked away in the display, like the glass display that they use to show the jewelry. It was also a TK Maxx, by the way. And I bought these silver earrings. Aren't they gorgeous? There were a number of earrings that were, you know, with zirconium and, you know, very shiny and glittery. It was so glittery and so shiny, it looked fake. You ever notice that when you look at certain jewelry, it's like, it's just not, And those are, and I don't mind gold or silver plated jewelry. Just don't look fake. Have people wonder whether it's, wait a minute, is it real or, yeah, man, that looks good. I rather people look at it that way, then they're like, oh my God, that's so shiny, girl, that's fake. I know you like it. I know you want to look a little bit of, you know, lux, but that is not the way. So a lot of items that were over there were looking pretty, I think it's a little bit tacky, but that's me. This is a little bit tacky. I love it when it looks like, you know, kind of like this, right? Even though this is gold plated, it looks absolutely beautiful. And I have these ears like for a number of years. I have them for so long, but they look absolutely amazing. So this one I bought, these were 30 euros, were on, of course, discounted price. Absolutely beautiful. I love silver. I'm definitely a silver girl. I'm not really a gold girl. You know, gold for me really has to look good. Like I already said, if it starts to look cheap, I'm walking away, okay? I'm walking away. I'm walking off. No, sir. No, ma'am. And this pendulum, it caught my eye and I just could not, I don't know, for some reason, I could not turn away from it. Now, I Googled it and it's actually for the men, on the men's department, but who cares? Who knows that? Ain't nobody stopping me on the street and saying, you got something. Ain't nobody stopping me. And if it looks good on me, it's because it just looks good on me. But anyway, this is a pendulum. And as you can see, it has a snake on it. Now, it caught my eye and I was like, away from it every time. It just catches my attention. And I'm the type of shopper, like either I see something that's really nice and what I will do is I will walk away from it. Sometimes I will walk away from it for days just to see if I really want it. A lot of occasions, the answer is just no. It's nice at that particular moment. I would just leave it right there. But this, it really is like heart connect. That's what it is, a heart connection. So it's a pendulum. It has a snake on it. I definitely took it because this has a meaning to me. I won't say it here because it's a personal meaning. It definitely has a meaning for me. So I bought it. And it's by the brand Fossil. It is stainless steel. Necklace is also, I think, stainless steel. It is because I Googled it. Googlina told me. She doesn't lie. But anyway, very nice. Very good, very nice. So if I look at it and I would wear it, bam, it looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I'm already in love with it. I'm already wearing it. So those were my buys, people. Nothing all too spectacular or hot and happening. I'm gonna shut this down. Y'all gonna see me next time. I will be taking these with me tomorrow when I go to the gallery. Le studio, le office. It's so funny. When my son and I have this thing, when I say I'm going to the office, he's like, and he says, the studio, the gallery. It's like our inside joke that we have. But yeah, it feels good to say that. I'm going to the gallery, I'm going to the studio. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to do that, okay? Maybe I've already said that in another segment. I'm going to say it here again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave behind your comment of what you think about the video. I would love to hear what it is that you see. Maybe you've got a couple of questions. Leave them here behind as well. And if you want to join the newsletter, go to the About part of this page, this YouTube page. There you can find the link to the link tree, and you can subscribe to the newsletter because it has a lot of great perks for people who want to start collecting my art. All right? Don't fall behind. You're going to miss out. I promise you. All right. it kind of feels like, and this is something that I've seen in the old life that I had, where, you know, you could be a really great employee, you have the talent, you have the stamina, you have the excellence, you show that you have growing power, and all of a sudden you see that, you know, the colleague that is doing all of the networking and doing basically little work or just enough work or exactly the work that will get him or her noticed, gets the promotion, gets to be, you know, put forward, or gets to be in a certain position that you have been working for umpteen years. Is it fair? No. But does it happen? Yes. Am I saying you have to do the same thing? A little bit. That brings me back to the point where I said you definitely have to use one of the patios that I have created for myself, and that's networking. Use that patio. Use the patio of networking. Okay? And don't go and network and give your business card off. That is not networking. Don't give your business card and leave. That looks stupid. While you are giving your business card, let that be the last thing of the conversation. Have the conversation first. Introduce yourself, have the conversation, and then you end it with, by the way, here is my information. Okay? So networking definitely comes into play. It is who you know. We cannot go around it, okay? And that also links to the place of the comfort zone. When you stay too long in that comfort zone, you cannot be mad if you're not getting noticed. You're in the comfort zone, girl. Man, you're in the comfort zone. So that's why I say, create those patios for yourself, and you get to determine how big each patio is. One patio is really small, another one is really lavish and big because you are, you know, you feel comfortable going in that, you know, in that area, in that space. And other patios are just what it is. You know, you come sometimes there and you come in, you know, enough for you to be seen and have an impact. Which brings me to another facet of marketing yourself and selling yourself, and that is, it has to make an impact. And the way that it makes an impact is by this: understanding the tool that you're using to market yourself with. You know, as much as I talk about social media being one of the main things that I use to put myself out there, I am also honest enough to say that there are other things that I also have to take into consideration, as like physically representing myself, challenging myself and pushing myself forward. This is the type of information that I wish somebody told me and just sat me down and said, listen, it's really cute for you to be a professional artist, but I really need for you to understand that a huge majority of the time is going to be spawned on the fact that you need to show your face, yourself, your story, and your art practice and your philosophy. You need to start networking. As a matter of fact, before you even step into the world of being a professional artist, it might be a good thing to network first. And then it leads up to the point where you professionally are doing it constantly. I wish that somebody said that to me. So I think that's the reason why I'm saying it to you right now, and why I find it so important for you to hear that. I cannot stress it enough that when you start that passage where you are having a business, whether you're doing it part-time or full-time, unless you're doing it seriously. So that's why the bridge to all of the other facets, like none of those facets, those patios, are not intertwined, interlinked with each other. Sometimes you just flow all at the same time. You're on each patio at the same time. I don't know how I do it, but I do it. You're on all of them at the same time. You're aware of the fact that when you are on this patio, this is what you do, but you can also combine them. And eventually, the more you know about yourself, the better you are able to use the tool that can sell yourself effectively and also with the right impact. Now we're coming to the last facet of this video. Impact. Making an impact doesn't always have to be grandiose. I understand you could put, you know, umpteen dollars, euros, yens, South African rands into, you know, having this great promotion about who you are, what you do. You can, you know, do social ads, you can advertise on Google. And I'm not saying that none of them are wrong. These are things you can find on Google, okay? Googleina is your friend. Okay, go ask Googleina. Don't ask me. We all know. But what I'm trying to say with that is it in line with who you are and the impact that you're trying to make? Well, is it in line with the impact that you're trying to make as an artist? Because if it's not, it's going to be a waste of time and money. Them coins are not going to earn themselves back. And I'm not going to lie and sit here and lie and say that you will not be, I wouldn't say waste money, but you have to rethink how you're going to be spending your money. In certain ways, just rethink them. I think it's really mindful for you to just to be aware of what type of impact are you trying to make? What is the impact? If your impact is to be, I'm just saying, be successful as as a artist, and you do that with the social media channels because they really help you tell and show the story, and therefore gain an audience that is there for you, and you are there for the audience. That's the impact that you need. There is where you need to look for. That is how you then have to invest your time and effort in learning the tools of how you can use that into your advantage. If not, hire somebody or let somebody else do it, right? Get somebody else to do it. If the impact is what you're trying to make is really be in those spaces where you are in art museums and galleries, you have to know the language that is in the art world, right? Don't speak it the way that I speak it, because I'm still learning. I'm still in baby language, and sometimes I'm saying the right words. You might be in the same passage too, and you have to develop more, gain more entrance into that. It really comes to trust, building the trust with people, knowing that you are for real and not just somebody who, you're in and out of it, or you're unreliable, or just there for the fame or whatever it is. Because the moment that you're in and your eyes are on you, you will be seen and heard. Be mindful of that. Is that the impact that you're trying to make? Okay, so then learn the tool of using that. Learn the tool of having a publicist. Learn the tool of having maybe a creative management or a creative agency that can do the work for you. An art gallery. Learn how to be in the world of the art galleries and what the rules are, okay, what the pros and cons are. But I hope that I'm able to show you that the impact that you're trying to make with the tools that are at hand, there are many, many, many ways for you to market and sell yourself. I haven't even spoken on the usage of email marketing. I haven't even spoken on the usage of being on a YouTube platform. I remember I'm now 150 followers strong. I'm very proud of that. I'm not in the thousands and the thousands, which is still possible. Come on. But I remember when I only had three people looking at my page, right? I remember that time and how long it took for me to get to this particular point. So, and the many times that I would scratch my head being like, I don't know how this thing works. And now being in a space where I'm comfortable creating the content and how I want it to look, but also understanding what is it that people want to see? What is it that people want to hear of me? Constantly having to tell the story over and over again, having to do that on Instagram, having to do that on social media, having to do that on TikTok, having to do that on Facebook. Interlinking all of those things. Me putting myself out there, basically somebody saying, well, I know this artist and she would be great for a group expo. I did a video on that as well, being in that group expo, having the connections with other people. Also, just being amongst people and listening to what it is that they have to say. It's not always what it is that you have to say and what it is that you want people to hear from you. A lot of times having an impact is also how well are you capable of being an observer. Can you observe? Can you listen? Can you soak up the energy and the information without wanting to be out, being heard all the time, doing too much, being all up in people's faces, because that gets weary as well. You don't want to be the person who's always asking, can I come along? Can I come along? Can I invite? Know when it's your time, and also know when you have to create that opportunity. When, I don't know, figure it out for yourself. I mean, that's why I'm giving you the tools so you can figure it out for yourself and what it is for your journey. So I cannot tell you how to do that exactly. That can be, of course, a negative, because it's